don't make sense what the suffering was for. Cause I got out my head and I got in my bag. No time to be crying, there's money to make. I'll do what I gotta, whatever it takes. Cause I'm pushing myself to be one of the great. And my time is right now.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Extreme Lifestyle Living Podcast. Now, this one's honestly probably going to be like 5 minutes, but the reason why it's going to be 5 minutes is because this entire last week, I'd say probably last 10 to 15 days, 2 weeks, let's say 2 weeks, fuck it, just right off the top of my head, 2 weeks, I've been doing an immense amount of reflecting on every avenue of my life. And the reason I've been doing that is because I'm really learning, like, I've been on this heavy kick of talking about life as a journey, and I've literally grinded my life to building this business full of clients that I love. And I don't even like using the word clients because I think it's demeaning, because they're not clients. They're my homies, they're my soldiers. These are people that are committed to their lives as committed as I am to doing this podcast, as committed as I am to doing everything in my life, right? So it's like I'm just doing a lot of reflecting because I've built this business on the backhand of just hard work, dedication, and never giving up with the right support system behind me, and really just never giving up. Like, it's not fucking easy. Like, me getting to this position was not fucking easy at all. It's still not easy. This past week has been the most difficult, anxiety-ridden week for me, but on the other hand, it's been the most successful in so many other avenues I've never even seen in my life. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I want to jump on this podcast and just give you guys just my energy to commit to doing the podcast. And I honestly almost didn't record it, and I was going to say, you know what, because I had so many other things going on. Not that I didn't make time for this. I did make time for this. I made time for a script, made time for a topic, made time for different things of what I want to talk about to make sure things could be valuable. I had the whole nine yards. But as I was saying, taking that time to reflect and understand, really smelling the roses, as I've been saying in other podcast episodes, and just making sure I enjoy what I'm doing. I really was enjoying what I was doing. I was working. Me and Emma were doing our stuff. We had to dinner earlier with our family. I had some good time with my mom, and it's I really was just gonna not say earn and take the break and not do the podcast, but it was I almost told myself and sold myself the story that I couldn't do it at the standard I wanted to. I couldn't sit here and take 15, 20 minutes and do a huge episode, because usually, sometimes it takes upwards of 2 hours an episode when you really cut it down and do certain things, because I use it in other ways as well, and that's beside the point. The podcast is, that's a whole beside the point. But the reason I'm jumping on here and just explaining this and kind of rambling a little bit is because I've been doing a hell of a lot of reflecting lately. And I just want to say, if whatever position you're at in your life, just understand that life is a fucking journey. It's a continuum. And the most important thing amongst it all, the anchor for you and in your journey to make sure that you stay in the path that's pivotal to you, crucial to you, and it aligns you with you, is family/support. And the reason I put /support is because I want to say family, but a lot of people's definition of family is different. Me being that, I don't think blood necessarily has to dictate family at all, because I'm closer with people that I barely have known based on certain experiences and other aspects that I consider family. Whereas my certain family that are blood, legally binded, if you will, in certain senses, I don't ever really see. I haven't seen, and it just is what it is. That's a certain avenue of it. But the reason why I'm sharing that is because I've been doing so much reflecting, and the biggest thing that I've realized is I've neglected my support system. I've neglected my family. I've neglected the closest ones to me for the longest time, of selling myself these different ideologies of why I shouldn't be seeing them, or where that time is better allocated. And it's all, to be honest, just bullshit. It was honestly me shying away from my emotions and not being able to embrace my emotions around these people because of how I felt about my life and my insecurities and my self-doubts. And as easy as I said that, it's a hard pill to swallow, right? And that's why I've been doing so much reflecting and just really getting to the bottom of what it is I'm chasing with life, what it is that I'm really ultimately after, Because the biggest thing I've learned in me sitting in this house, I'm in my office right now, recording in my own home office. And I don't even really talking about it because I feel like it's bragging, but it's I have my own office right now where I know there's people out there that don't have homes. There's people out there that are struggling to make ends meet, and I have my own room dedicated to my office. And the thing that I'm learning about reflecting is that I deserve it. I deserve to have this fucking office. I deserve to have the stuff that's in here. I deserve to have the computer, the MacBook, the desktop, everything I have, because I've earned it building it over the last 3 to 5 years. 3 to 5 years working 14, 16-hour days, round the clock, 7 days a week. And here it is. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I have to really understand now why am I doing all this? Why am I spending so much time doing everything around the clock? What is it doing to serve what purpose? And that's why I'm saying, reflecting. Life is a journey. Understand who your close ones are with you, because as much time as it is you're committing to yourself and putting it into your endeavors of getting ahead in your life, whether it's like financial, whether it's like in your relationships, personal goals, wealth, whatever it is, you know, it's like, it's not going to matter if the ones right in front of you that support you the most, that love you the most, and you love them the most, aren't around to see it. And that's the thing I realized, you know, like I've seen my mother twice this entire year. I've seen my youngest brother once in the last 8 months. I haven't even seen my grandparents this year, and with all the trauma within amongst them, I could like talk about that for years, but it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant, right? Going back to what I said about me not being able to embrace my emotions and my insecurities and self-doubts, that's all irrelevant, you know? So I just wanted to jump on here, give you guys my energy in a short, quick outburst, you know, just to commit to my goals in terms of like, you know, doing my weekly episode of my podcast. It's a self-expressive avenue of myself that's so closely related to me that I just don't put enough time into it. Like I should be doing a lot more, I don't want to say episodes, but I should be putting a lot more time into it because I really, really, really enjoy it. But I just want to jump on here and just say that if you are at any stage of your life right now that you are even 1% further than where you very, 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 very began, and you have some supporting people around you, or you don't have supporting people around you and you're just kind of transitioning through life and finding your group, just know that the people, or where you are right now with the people that you are, it is the most important part, because even if they don't support you, you're going to learn through them and through yourself where you need to go to get to people that support you. And if you're blessed and fortunate enough to have people around you right now that support you without a doubt and give you everything that you need, then they're the most blessed people around you. And that is your family as well, because if as much trauma as there is within the family, if there's love there, you can't deny that. And that's the biggest thing that I've learned, is that if there's love amongst everybody, then that's as long as that's there and there's no malicious intent and people are trying to work through some stuff at the same time, then that type of feedback that you get from an internal feedback system for yourself in terms of like rejuvenating your cup or feeling that self-love avenue of your life is insane. So you can't deny any of those things. So that's my blurb. That's all I'm going to say. I just want to jump on here and commit to doing my goals and just reflect to everybody else about, you know, really enjoying where you're at in your life right now, really understanding life is a journey, and as much as you want to get to the next level, as much as you want to get to like the next goal in terms of fitness or the animosity of getting ahead and creating it and crushing these goals, it's not worth it when you get to the top and there's nobody there with you, you know? So don't forget to reflect every day, practice gratitude, be humble for where you're at and where you're going and where you came from, and tell your family you love them every fucking day. I'll see you in the next episode. Appreciate you all. Have a great week, and let's get it.
Who's on my side, I don't know anymore. Cause it's more than a battle, we going to war. And losing again, I just cannot afford. I think it's my time to go even the score. What you see on the surface attached to my core. I'm stacking my paper, but feeling for more. One hell of a ride, but I'm staying on board. And now it makes sense what the suffering was for. Cause I got out my head and I got in my bag. No time to be crying, there's money to make. I'll do what I gotta, whatever it takes. Cause I'm pushing myself to be one of the great. And my time is right now, I cannot wait. I'm receiving the love and rejecting the hate. I'm moving in silence and planning my play. You wanna work